Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to see how to code tables, what are the uses of tables, how to span columns, and how to span rows. So let's start by creating a basic table. I've saved the file as tables.html and given it a header. Opened all the required tags also already. So now let's start on the structure of tables first. To tell the computer that it's a table, you need to open the tag called a table first. Then in a table, to make a table row, you need to open the tag called tr, table row. Now in that tr, you need to open the tag called td. Now you have to type the content. I'm going to do a basic table by numbers only first. I'm going to make three like this. If you want to create the next row after the tr closing, you need to open another tr again. Next table row. Then again you need to open the table called TT. Here I'm going to type it as a T. Then TD. Here 50 I give. Then TD. Here I give as 5. First, before moving to the next thing, we'll see the result of this in the browser first. This is the result. Instead of creating using br and again using br or paragraphs, you can just create a table like this. It's not necessary it has to be only 3 columns. You can create how much you want. This is the basic table structure. Now let's see what will happen if we copy and paste the same tr and td again and again, and we'll see the result of this. Did you notice? It'll keep on going. It'll keep on going down and going like table columns. Now let's see how to create a table heading, which will come in bold without opening the tag called B. I'm going to open table again, but here I'm not going to write a big table, just a small one. And here I'm going to open the tag called TD, and I'm going to give 50. Then 80. Then this I'm going to copy and paste it again. Now let's see the result of this in the browser first. We need to adjust using BRs before going to the next thing. It went down. So now it's better. Yeah, now it's better. Now I've created a 50 and 80. I'll create one more column and then show you how to create table headings. I'll copy this. Now let's see the result of this first. 50, 80, 50, 80. 50, 80. Now let's see how to make it bold. Here, as we have opened a called TD. If you change the TD to TH, we'll see what is the result. The 50 became a little bit more thicker. That tells it's becoming bold actually without telling you. Now let's try add TH in a little bit more places to differentiate better. Here, first 50 I added a TH, then next full row. First 50 and next full row. Now let's see how to span columns and rows. I'm going to copy the same thing. Okay, now here we have to add the tag called span in the after the th. I'm going to add called span 2. From the left also it adjusts the spacing. From here also it adjusts the spacing. Now let's see what will happen if you put it 5. Between this the space is increasing. So what will happen if it's 15? It will stay fixed because the call span has a default of number, it cannot go above that. That can be done by CSS, but that will come in afterwards. Now let's see how to use row span. I'm going to open the tag called row span. I'm going to put 2. No, I'll put 6. What happened? The spacing adjusts with this. It fully aligned it. We'll remove this called row span and see what is the result. 50 is here, 80 is here. Now let me add the row span as 1. Let's see the result. It again added this portion. I'm going to save, going to put 5 and going to refresh the page. If you select it, here the spacing increases and row span is used to increase the spacing at the bottom. Row means the row, a line, a standing line. Column means the horizontal row. So now this is the chapter called tables. We'll see one more example before ending the video. In this example, we are going to see how to give background color to the tables. That comes in CSS, but we can use it for now. I'm going to give it as red. Then you have to type any content in it. I'm going to copy this and paste it to see the result. Now let's see the result of it in the browser. The background of the table went red. Now let's see how to add borders. I'm going to give it as border 5. Now let's see what will happen with 5. It gives 5 pixel border. I want to put 4 pixels solid black. Now let's see the result. It will not work it will not work because the structure is done through CSS. Now let's put just black and see what happens. You will not find out much. We'll put under color and see. You can't find out much. It just comes up. Just there's a border. So this is why we have CSS. CSS will come in my upcoming tutorials, which will come after 1 or 2 months. Okay, now we'll see cell padding. I'm gonna open a tag called cell padding. I'm gonna give 5. It increased the space between the other cell. We'll put a little bit bigger one. It increased the spacing from the top, from the side, from the left, from the right. I like to keep it at 6 only. Now let's see what is cell spacing. I'll give it a 5. That you won't be able to make out it much when the cell padding is there. Yeah. Now let's remove this and see the result to differentiate. It became normal table. Put cell padding, put cell spacing, and I'm going to just increase the cell spacing for now. It increased the cell spacing. It's almost like cell padding. So thank you. If you liked my video, please subscribe and keep on seeing my upcoming videos on more tutorials in HTML CSS.